QOC production. Hey, bro, say, let me holler at you. Hey, bro, say, let me.
Yo, brother, what's going on? You're muted. Yo, Chris, let me know if you can hear me. Chris,
Brother, tap in.
yo,
Can you hear me?
you're still muted, brother.
It's that
Are
time,
we
man.
both
Come
muted
off
right
mute.
now? Can you hear me? Chris, yo, this is ridiculous. This is what I don't like. If y'all can hear us, put a one in the chat. Whoever's watching right now, just put a one in the chat if y'all can hear us. Because I can't hear Chris, and I don't know if Chris can hear me. This is ridiculous. Oh my goodness. One's in the chat again if you can hear us. You. I might have to bounce out and bounce back again.
I am having a very bad day. I am in no mood. This, today, is one of the worst days that I've had in a long time. I'm not in the mood to play with anybody.
Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me see the ones in the chat if y'all can hear us, because we can't hear nothing up here. Salute to our brother, Knowledge and Relationships, Mr. M3. Thank you for coming through. Okay. One. So they got us. Okay. So they got us. Yo, Chris, I'm going to pull you up, and I don't know what's going on. New to the stage. Chris, type it, chat in when you're there. Holy. I'm telling y'all, ever since I started rebuking StreamYard, they've been getting at me. I guess I gotta stop rebuking StreamYard. Either way, salute to everybody in the building. Thank you for coming through so far. M3, thank you for being here, brother. Thank you for the ones to let us know that you can hear us. Hopefully that Chris will tap in just now. I'm gonna drop him back for a little bit, and I'm hoping that he will give me the signal that everything is okay. In the meantime, I'm just gonna switch my layout so that way. There we go. There we go. There we go. Salute to everybody that is here. Just waiting for my boy Chris to pop up. Welcome to the A Bro Show on the QOC network, where it's a safe space for the brothers as we're going around and making sure that we connect with the brothers in a safe space so that we can talk about the things that we need to talk about. Y'all, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna drop Chris the link one more time, and I'm gonna be right back because I don't know what was going on. Feel like Mr. Biggs. Someone tell what's going on between the sheets in my home. Baby, wait, let me explain before you start to point your blame. Girl, I'm about to have a fit. Yo, bruv, I don't know what StreamYard is on. I'm telling y'all. Oh my goodness. I don't know if it's because we were both sitting in the back so long before we started the show, and I hope everything is all right. Give me 1 second. Chris, can you hear me?
Another QOC production. Hey, grow, say, let me holler at you. Hey, grow, say, let me.
Yo, what's going on with you, everybody? Chris, are you there? Yo, now, do y'all see what? I don't know if it's just me. It must be just me because I don't know what it is with me and StreamYard. Every time I gotta go do something on StreamYard be acting Brody. StreamYard be acting like it wants to fight. And StreamYard, you be charging all this money for what? Why are you charging us all this money for? Like stream. Anyways, I hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's having a good week. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Chris, we trying to hear you, brother. You might have to reset. Chris, if you can hear us, you might have to reset your browser. Um, StreamYard does that from time to time, where
Yeah,
you
it's all
gotta.
good, bro. Hey,
Oh,
we
you're
here, bro.
here.
Can you?
He here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get it.
What's
Let's get
going
it.
on,
Let's get
brother?
it. Let's get
Let's
it, bro.
get it. Oh my days. What's going on,
Man,
brother? How you doing, man?
it's all to the good, man. Blessings to you, bro. Blessings to everybody that's out there, man. Thank you so much for rocking with us. You know what I mean? Thank you so much for your patience. You know, we getting this thing up, bro. So yeah, my apologies, man. What's good, brother?
No, that's all right, brother. It's okay because sometimes it's just like what I've noticed is that like if we stay logged in the back, and I don't know if this is for everybody or if it's just us, but like I find that StreamYard acts Brody when I don't know. Sometimes so there's been times I've been mid live stream and I had to reset the browser and come back. My boy M3, yeah, M3 has it right. You gotta rebuke that yard, man. Yeah, rebuke the
Yes,
yard real good.
yes.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because oh man, I don't get it. How have you been, brother? How have you been?
Oh man, I'm cooling, bro. I am excited about this combo on tonight, man. This discussion is gonna be hot, bro. Thank you so much for asking, bro. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm good. I'm doing double duty tonight. I
Yeah.
got little man with me, so I know how he flexes right about now. As soon as we get into the crux of this conversation and I go to nudge him to say something, he's gonna be knocked out.
Yeah,
So, you know, he chilling with the dads today, but I'm good, man. I can't complain. You know, it's funny as we go into tonight's show, we just want to remind you that we've got sisterhood, we got the womanhood coming on tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. They're gonna be discussing soft girl era. Make sure for all y'all ladies, make sure that y'all get with them, get into the program, make sure you tap in with them, show them your love and support. Make sure above all things, you hit that like, that subscribe, and that share, and make sure to click that bell for that notification so you can stay up to date on all the upcoming content coming out of the QOC network. Then on Sunday, we got Quentin's show, one of the best, hands down, best gospel talk shows on Sunday. And we gonna
yeah.
go from talking right through to the altar. So you don't want to miss that. And if I'm not mistaken, we still got another show that's running up on Saturdays, and definitely we'll make sure to get that to you before the night ends. My goodness. And if you don't know where to find us, look us up YouTube, look us up TikTok, Instagram, Facebook at the QOC Network, not to be compared to anything else. But what? QOC. And if you all don't know it already, adjust your crown. Make sure you
Ah,
do that. Bro,
I love
this
it,
is
bro.
exactly
Let's
why
go,
people
bro.
this is
Yeah,
exactly why people be leaning on AI nowadays, man. That was a mouthful. And
oh,
like
bro,
I
but you
said,
killed it though. You killed it. You killed
yeah,
it, man.
we
Yeah,
trying. We trying. I can't wait for Aquila to come through with those avatars, man. So that we could just
yeah.
literally click the button and say, okay, y'all do your thing. Oh, lay.
All in
Oh
due
my
time, man.
goodness.
All in due
Exactly.
time, man.
All in due
Oh,
time.
bro. Man, dog, I'm
So,
excited, man. I'm excited, bro.
bro, you're telling me because and it's not a tonight thing because, like I said, I got little man with me, but we gonna chop it up in between after this show. Well, we gonna chop it up in the week next week
For
because
sure.
man, brother to brother, there's some things that you want to talk to you about,
For sure.
which I definitely just want to get your guidance on and just have that brother to brother moment. And I appreciate you. I always said it from A1 from day one that like you just had that brother spirit, that uncle spirit, and I really appreciate that because if you don't know it, I didn't say it. I think Mama knows it, but man, when I tell you, last week, over the last 2 weeks, I could have crashed out so
Mm,
many different
mm-hmm,
times, and
mm-hmm.
I'm sitting there
Yeah,
having to kind of just rein myself in and hold myself together and just keep myself focused. You know what I mean?
there you go.
So I just want to tell you that before we get too far. That's why I had to tell Akila in advance. I was just like, I don't
Yeah,
know. With the way everything is kind of, when things kind of shaking down and you get that one topic, I don't know how my energy is
right.
gonna go. Ladies, we
Now,
you're
man, listen,
always got a safe
listen.
space with the brothers, but this is a
Yeah,
war zone tonight. This is a war zone
yeah.
tonight.
Yeah, no,
So
that's what this platform is for, though, bro. That's and I want you to keep that energy because the people want it, real, raw. You know what I mean? They want the authenticity behind it all, man. So yeah, you're going through a patch, you're going through a rough spot, man. Let that bleed and pour out on this show, man. Like you said, this is our space. This is a safe space where men can come and be truthful, bro. I feel you. We here, man. But yeah, go ahead and rock out, bro. This is about to be good. We got some good topics. We got some stuff, man. Listen, we speak from the authentic place of manhood, brotherhood,
yep,
fatherhood. You feel me? And bro, yeah, man, I got some stuff that's on my mind. There's some stuff that's on my chest. And listen, we love, bro. Like you said, A1 from day one, bro. You've been legit since the beginning, and I know you. You have a heart for the people. Period. Whether it's men, women, children. Period, bro. And it's the same with me. But when it comes to our brothers, bro, we have such a deep passion and a deep love for our brothers out here, man, that like, yo, we want this platform to be for us so we can chop it up where we can build and, man, just be our real selves, man, without any filters. So have at it, bro. Let's go, man. These topics are about to be good, man. I'm excited, y'all.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I feel you, and I 100% agree with you. Must be whatever. Now I'm looking at StreamYard right now as it's telling me I was trying to upload something. It is what it is.
Mhm.
I'll find a way as we go along.
Yeah, we're gonna make it out.
So the well, one of the topics, I don't know which one I want to start with first, but in today's day and generation, it's like there's this, and especially within the black community, right?
Mhm.
It's like there's this thing where no version of the black man is good enough,
Mm.
right?
Mm.
And so, like, when we talked about this months ago, I was kind of like, okay, this is definitely a topic, but it can get dicey because I don't want I don't want it to pull us into that gender war, especially where the black community is concerned. But I
Mhm.
feel like we need to talk about it. And ladies, as you come in, or as you are, if you're on the replay and the rewatch of this, chime in. Email us at qocnetwork@gmail.com and let us know how you're feeling. Let us know your thoughts. If you want to chime in the chat or the comments, we'll be sure to respond. And I'm pretty sure this is going to be a part two. There's got to be a part two to this one,
Oh, for
and
sure.
because it's not a one-sided conversation, and I do think that the ladies have to hear our voice, bro. My son's sitting here. You know when kids put that little cough.
Uh,
Hey, yo,
yeah,
all I
man.
see is the light reflecting off his eyes. Yo, man, so
Oh
cute.
man.
Yo,
Yeah, man.
I'm
I
dying.
can only imagine his facial expressions too while he was doing it, man.
Bro, and he be yo, the thing is like all you see is light and his eyes, and he's just
Oh,
shining off me. Come here.
that's a
Yeah,
beautiful feeling, bro. That's beautiful. That's dope. I
bro.
love it. I love it. I love it, man.
So it's like it's like what
Mm.
okay, in your let's start here.
Oh,
Why
and it's so
is it
frustrating too, man.
that
Go ahead.
no yeah, why is it that it seems that no version of the black man is acceptable, right? And when I say version, I mean if he broke, busted, and disgusted, or we'll call it poor, not acceptable. If he's average, not acceptable. And even to the person, and we're not going to say high value, I want to say high earning, because
Mm.
the reason why I want to preface it like that is because we say high value, and that would paint the picture that we're talking about the complete man that is high earning, high morals, high caliber in terms of his intellect and his thinking. And I don't really and truly believe that's what we're encompassed when we hear that term high value. I think it's a brush over term nowadays, so I want to
Yeah.
say high earning. Why is it so hard for any one of these brothers to be accepted by our women, both within the black community and women at large? What are your
Mm.
thoughts on that?
Bro, I got two things. So,
Okay.
well, one, I'm a huge fan of Pop the Balloon and Find Love. I watched that show. I
Yup.
rocks with it. I rocks with it. And it I see some dudes and I get it. You know, they get their balloons popped, they get passed over. Cool. But then I see the gentleman that's 6'4", well manners. He speaks well. He treats women with respect. High earning. You know what I mean? High earning and high value. Now that I think about it, and it's the complete package. But he gets his balloon. He gets passed over. He gets his balloon popped, bro. And I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, I'm thinking like this is your knight in shining armor. Women are intimidated by a man's success. When a man has himself complete and together, when I say success, I'm talking about across the board, spiritually, mentally. You know what I mean? He's fit. You know, his health is on point. all of this good stuff, bro. Some women, they are intimidated by that. Actually, yet they find that fearful because they look at themselves and they're like, yo, I don't have myself together. And then on the flip side of that as well, bro, some women, I hate to say it, man, but this is our space. They just don't measure up. At the end of the day, bro, they just don't measure up, man. And we got to be
Mm.
honest. We got to be truthful when it comes to that, man. When it comes to that, we talk about no version of a man is good enough, bruh. Some women, they just don't measure up. And then also, bro, it's the social media piece, like these influences, man. We gotta stop, bro. That overcooks my grits when I hear that. No version of the black man is good enough. And we're not the only two men who see this and who thinks about this, who have these thoughts. There are other brothers out there, man, and their hearts ache because they desire to have a family, they desire to have a wife, they desire to crown and marry a black woman. But the way the society is going nowadays, when it comes to dating and relationships and marriage, bro, it's tough out here, man. It is very tough for men out here, man. And so when we see these things, man, brothers, they lose hope all day, every day. And it's like, sisters, come on. The influence is, it is crazy. Brothers are damn near out here walking perfect, spotless, on point with everything, but they're still not good enough, man. And they see this and they're like, okay, let me go become a monster. You know what I mean? Let me become a pimp or whatever. Let me go put on these masks and become someone else. Then you come to find out, like, listen, that's not even good enough either. That version, that doesn't work either. So, brother, it is tough out here, man. So my first point, women are intimidated by a man who has himself together. So that version right there, it's not good enough. You too good. Now you too perfect because you make money. You really don't need me. You know how to cook. You're in the fitness. You're in shape. All of these things. Women are intimidated by that. Then on the flip side, bro, it's just the influences, man. These social media, these whack podcasts that are out here like bringing division, bro, it's not good. It's not good at all. And so when we talk about these topics, we say, oh, no version of a man is good enough. It is, but it's not. And bro, I don't know how to encourage my brothers on tonight. All I can say, man, is just keep doing you. Keep handling your business, man. At the end of the day, the right woman to come along, but bro, it's thick out here right now, comrade. I can't even call it.
Yeah, and see, this is the thing. This is why I wanted to start off with this question, right? And as I think about it individually, the only place I haven't been at is the high earning brother yet, right? So I'm using also not just what I see on social media. Now, again, in Canada, there's a little bit of a difference, and the reason of that difference is because, especially now, it's so multicultural that, especially within Toronto, I would probably say when on a demographic chart of ethnicities, um, if you were to play by numbers, you've got Indians like Sri Lankan Indian from that other side of the world. I would probably want to say that they dominate, and then along with the Asians, Chinese, Japanese, um, they dominate and have become the majority number of the populace. Whereas those that are even Africans, I probably say kind of tailor out that in, and then you have, your Canadians, natives, and then whites that are the lower in terms of number. You're not going to see us outnumber everybody else like you probably did in early 2000s and 90s. And so what I see here is a clash of cultures, right? There's the culture of the West, right? And Toronto's culture is not big enough to over swamp like the culture of somebody when they come here, they migrate here from a different country. So it's really, even what's told to Canadian women, it's the American mindset of, you got to go out. You don't need a man. You don't need to do this. Times have changed. There's equality. The playing field is level. Go out and do what you got to do. My argument against that or for that is well, you don't have a choice but to be independent because nobody else can go out there and work for you, especially if you're not a woman who's a single mother. You got to go out and hold a job. So you don't have a choice but to make sure you got good marks. And the thing is, you're not just as a black woman, you're not competing against another black woman. You're definitely not competing against another white woman. You're competing against the Indian and the Chinese by the fact that they sheerly outnumber you, and they've already done as ethnicities and groups of cultures, they've done the legwork to make sure they create a bubble or a system within a system. And so when they get into the job market, they can brush past Tom and Cindy because Tom and Cindy don't hold the controlling factor in the company. They go to their own and say, hey, I got a cousin that just finished with their master's. Now, I know you're asking for 20 years or 10 years of experience, but they graduated top of their class. Take them in. So now, not only are we fighting against, and not only is there the aspect of the independent boss babe, go get it, do your own thing, get your education, and that is good because every woman needs to be able to survive. But when we start taking that, and I keep hearing this word being thrown out, you're not, there's phrase, you're not worthy of me. You're not worthy of my time. You're not worthy of my love. You're not worthy of my femininity. You're not worthy of me even spending my time with you and giving you my time. And so this is why I say which version of the black man is acceptable. I could understand why the poor man, the poor black man is unacceptable. I've been there. Whether he's a hobosexual, he's jumping from house to house looking for somewhere to live, hasn't even got his mind together yet. Salute to Chocolate. Um, Chocolate Earth Foundation, salute to you being here. Thank you for being here tonight. Um, yeah, whether he's the homosexual, he's running from, couch to couch, chair to chair. Okay, I get it. I can definitely understand why he's not acceptable for long term. Short to my brother Rush coming in the building. Let's get up some. Let me just put up some of these wonderful people again. Chocolate Earth Foundation, thank you for being here tonight. And Rush, we was chopping it up on Sunday after I got home from church. We were talking about King David's life. So this actually might be a good point and a good segue. We'll see where it goes. But yeah, man, I could understand why the poor man's not acceptable. The average man now, this is what I have a problem with because even in, I don't know what the stats show for America specifically, but in Canada, in Toronto, Canada, you know what the average man, you know what range he fits into, Chris?
What's
Income
that?
wise, income
Yeah, what's
wise,
that?
the average man fits into the range of $54,000 a year up to $154,000 a year.
Mm, okay.
No, so take that in. So now your average man before, like for me and what I earn, I would have been like high middle class for what I'm making now. So, by all means, on paper, I can have a wife, I can have two kids, I can support two cars, we got life insurance, the whole bit. You get what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Yeah.
Now, though, I'm only halfway into the middle class itself. So, due to inflation, and I'm going somewhere with this. I'm trying not to drag this out, but I just want to make
No,
sure
you
that,
good.
like,
Take
for
your
the
time, bro.
viewers,
Keep building.
they understand like where we're going with this because again, for the ladies, we're not trying to make this so where your head is at, but we want to use logic with emotion to bring about foundation. Salute to sophisticated jerk in the building, coming through. Appreciate you, brother. Long time we haven't seen each other. Yes, and hey, and you see, Nightbot is saying it. If you haven't done it already, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, Nightbot, for coming in and handling that business. Um, yeah, so now the average man in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, where I live, you're talking about getting a job that literally makes $160,000 after taxes to consider yourself a high earner. So what do we do with the average man now? And this is where I'm gonna pose it to you. I'm not sure if you know the stats or not, but Toronto is always been known to be like mini New York in terms of the setup
Mhm.
of the
Yeah.
city
Yep.
and in terms
Yep.
of like the attractions,
Yeah.
everything, right? It's always been known as a mini New York. So when I'm looking at New York, I'm thinking of, and I kid you not, bro. I always revert back to Boomerang, the movie Boomerang. You know,
Uh-huh.
having that nice open concept loft. You know,
Hmm.
you downtown. You probably working in the downtown, or you're
Yeah.
traveling in from Manhattan, wherever
Yeah.
it is.
Yep.
You know what I
Yep.
mean? So when I look at that, I'm like, I know for sure 150,000 Canadian is not getting me um to what our boy had back in to what Ray had back in Boomerang. It's not happening. So
Yeah.
like, how is the average man who is even making $100,000, how does he not qualify on paper before we get to the mental and the emotional? How does he not qualify just to
Mm.
be somebody's husband? This is what has me tripping up about this damned if we do, damned if we don't conversation, because it's like y- it's like we're being told, bro, I don't care about your journey. I land my plane there. That's
Yeah.
that's that's what it hits me as. I
Yeah.
don't care about your journey. Yet still, when we hear the social media influencers, what are they saying? Ladies, find you a man that is about your journey, that loves your journey, that
Mm.
respects your journey, that will help to lift up your journey and support your journey. But when it comes to the average man that is stuck in this widening gap due to inflation and all other type of governmental and societal norms that are now the norm, we're in this pot where we're $50,000 to $150,000, and even if we're at the $100,000, it's not good enough because ain't
Yeah.
nobody care about our journey.
Yeah.
I land right there. What do you
No, I
think,
mean,
man?
I think I heard you correctly, bro. Now, with that part right there,
Chris, you're
I
muted. You're
hey, can
muted
you hear me,
if you
bro?
can hear me,
Can you hear me, brother?
bruh. StreamYard strikes again.
Hey, tripping. Hey, can you hear me, bro?
Hold on, let me see if you're
Yeah.
muted on this side.
Yeah.
Nope,
Cause
you're
yeah,
good.
that's crazy. On my side, I am unmuted, bro. Can you hear me?
You're not muted on this side, brother. So get right, church,
Um,
and let's go home.
Say it ain't so. Keep flowing. Can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, I still can't
Nothing.
hear you, brother.
No, that's crazy.
Yo, reset the browser. It's okay. It's okay. Just reset the
Say
browser and come
less.
on back. Okay, everybody, we're gonna take a light break. But okay, you can okay, so Chris, I don't know if you can hear me. They can hear us both, but I can't hear you, which is weird. That is so weird. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. Thank you, chocolate. Okay.
How we sounding, bro?
I still can't hear you.
No,
Chat,
that's
can you hear
crazy.
Chris?
Yo, check in.
I'm telling you, I'm not a fan
Microphone
of
check, check,
StreamYard no
check. Ain't
more.
nothing happening.
I
Oh,
am
that's
not a
crazy.
fan of StreamYard no more.
Hey, how I'm coming in, bro? Nothing.
Yo, everybody hold on. I'm about to okay. So Chocolate says she can hear both of us. I'm actually about to switch places because my son is finally knocked out. And he knocked. I told my wife that, hey, I can fix it if y'all give me the link.
Bro,
Chocolate
you
trying to
gotta
come over
love. I
here and
love
wreck
community,
both of
bro.
us.
I love community, bro.
Yo,
I
Chocolate, give
love
us a second. I
community.
gotta switch labs. Oh my good golly gosh. Yo, y'all she said
Yeah,
you
it's
got it.
all good, bro.
Y'all
Yeah, no,
give us
she
a
said we got
second.
it.
I'm
Yeah,
currently switching labs.
yeah, you good, bro. Take your time, man. No, no, no. You good. You good. You good, man.
I know y'all just
Bro.
heard that. Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, you still coming in. You straight, man. Bro, so
Okay,
what's your
here's
question?
what I'm going to do.
Can you hear me? You still
First
can
things
hear me.
first, I'm going to sign in from the broadcast position. And then I'm going to reset my browser because I'm pretty sure my browser's off its rocker too. Oh, I know, I know, I know. I see you. I literally had to switch labs though. Uh, I literally had to switch labs because that whole laying down for my bed, tackling this topic, not gonna do it for me tonight. And see, I hear the thing. I hear it. You there, brother?
Yeah, bro. Can you hear me?
Yeah, see, see. It must be me because I can't hear you, and they can hear us both. So give me 1 second.
You
Keep
good.
going.
Take
I'm
your
gonna
time.
drop out, and then I'll be right back.
Do your thing, brother. You good. Family, what's up, y'all? We do appreciate y'all. Sorry for the tech issues, man. Y'all know how it is. But Conrad was building, and what we getting at, man, is that, brother, it's the teamwork. Y'all, it's the teamwork that is missing nowadays. Men, they see a woman who got it all together and they rag on her and they pass on her. Same thing. Women see a man that got it all together financially, he's straight, physically, he's good, great with kids, family man, all of that good stuff, but they pass on him. I don't know where's the disconnect when it comes to the black man and the black women, when it comes to us coming together and being a team and growing spiritually, financially, building a family, building a community. Like, where did we go wrong? Before we had this setup, we were good. You know, we had a system in place, phenomenal. And now it's like nobody wants the other. Conrad, welcome back, brother. I was building. I was like, yeah, you good.
Yo, no,
I,
keep going. I'm not
yeah,
done
yeah, yeah,
yet.
no, no,
I'm
no.
not done yet. Keep going.
Yeah, I just wanted to fill you in, bro. I was talking about the teamwork dynamic that's missing nowadays. Before, I remember great grandfather, grandfather, grandparents, great grandparents, brother. They understood the power of unity and the assignment of coming together and building a family, a community, and wealth. We've gotten away from that, and I get it. Get your bag, solo, do your thing independently, but also, bro, it's we can build so much more when we come together. You can get you a man that's making 80K and get you a sister that's making 90 to 100K. You guys combine that income together, man, you guys are a powerful force. And imagine if you start having kids. Then imagine if you start building a community and going out and influencing your neighborhoods and your peoples and stuff like that. That's what we got to get back to, man. It's the teamwork piece. I give to you, you give to me, that type of thing. And there's no ego, no one being intimidated by the next, no fear, none of that. So, y'all, once we get back to unity, I don't know what Conrad at, but once we get back to unity, once we get back to the mindset of teamwork, we good. Now, when Conrad was talking about a man making, 100K, 160K, and why he's being passed over, I mean, to a degree, I think my brother, he was trying to get to it on paper. That's a phenomenal man, high earning. He's making bank. He's doing pretty good. Can afford a house, can afford 2 car notes, daycare, plenty of food, all of that good stuff. But man, sometimes women, they can smell the BS coming from a mile away, and money ain't everything. And on this show, that's why we put so much emphasis on for men, not only to get the bag, not get your money, make your finances, build yourself, but also, man, work on yourself spiritually, work on yourself mentally, work on yourself physically. Because I'm not saying you got to be perfect when approaching women, but you do want to have, like, you want to be clicking on all cylinders, man. So yeah, I don't know where my boy Conrad at, but pretty much, bro, that's what I got. When you're breaking down, like, as far as like, why do these men on paper they look good, but it's more to the story, bro. You should be coming in soon. Yeah. He came in and he bounced back out, but it's all to the good. But I can see the chat a little bit from this side. You guys light it up, man. What are your thoughts? Why do y'all feel like men on paper, they look good? They got it all together on paper, but why do y'all feel like certain men get passed over? Like, what's going on with that? Y'all chime in. We love interaction with our people, with our family. Y'all tap in and let us know, man, how y'all feeling about that? Why are good men on paper? Why are they being passed over? Why are they getting looked over? And we're gonna wait for our boy Conrad to come back through and get this thing set up.
Yo, did me? I can't right now, man. I can't. I can't.
There we go. I was like, why
Yeah,
it boot
brother.
me out? We good. Can you
I
hear me?
don't. I don't know. I can hear you. I can
All
hear you.
right,
I don't
bet.
know
Yeah, I was
why.
like, why I get booted out? Well, we good.
I
We
don't know
straight, bro.
why. Yeah. Yeah. We
Listen, bro.
good.
Hey, man,
Yeah.
what they say, we rebuke the yard, bro.
Yeah. We got. Yeah. We got to rebuke the yard, man. Let's go back to that. I gotta put that up right now.
Yeah, bro. I can hear you. You coming in a little low, but we can rock with it. We straight.
I'm just trying not to yell in the mic right now. I still got to adjust the levels, so that should be good. That
All
should
right,
be a little
beautiful. There
bit
you go.
better.
Yeah, you coming in
That's
clear now,
perfect.
bro.
All
You
right,
coming in
perfect.
clear. You coming in clear, bro. All right.
All
So
right,
damned if
so
you do, damned if you don't, bro. So we pretty much agreed on this. I brought it to you because I brought this to you like 4 or 5 weeks ago because I was frustrated and I asked you a question and I was like, man, pretty much why is it like this why is it like this when it comes to men? And it pretty much it seems like no matter what a black man does is never good enough. And I posed that question to you. Now I can't hear you. Nah. Yo, bro. And this is a hot topic too, man. We see your mouth moving, bro, but we ain't hearing nothing. Nah, nothing, bro.
All right. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Nothing? Still not registering. Bro. Oh my goodness. Kick from studio audio. Ban from yo, what? All right, let me just let me just edit my settings.
Yeah, you good now, fam? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, you straight. Yeah, whatever you doing, yeah, you good right there.
Bruh, I can't deal, man. Anyways, whatever. So
You good. You good.
we
You good. You good. You good. Yeah. No,
we
no,
just
no.
gonna continue on from here. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
touch
bro.
nothing else.
Yeah, you said we'll rock out.
We just
Yeah,
gonna
you
rock
straight,
out
man.
just like this. I
Yeah,
thank
you
God.
good, bro.
Hey, thank you all to you for everybody coming in. Red Lipstick Vibe, salute to you. Thank you for being here. You was a
Yeah, man.
queen in your own right. Again, Chocolate Earth, thank you. Rush, thank you for being here. Thank you. This is
Man,
Chris.
thank everybody.
You see first of all, these ladies and Rush and M3 and Sophisticated, they're my teachers when it comes to all of this stuff. So that's
Solid,
why I don't get
solid.
pressured. You know what I mean? Before I came to the QOC family, these are the individuals that help lift me up and continue to inspire me and push me forward. As I was gonna say,
Mhm.
Chocolate Earth at times has referenced the aspect of from the men's side, and why it seems like at times we can be damned if we do, damned if we don't. And it comes down to also accountability, because and I've heard this saying and I agree with it, that sometimes it's hard for brothers to tell the good women from the how do I put this, because I'm trying to be nice about it, the 304s. Okay, it's hard to, it's been hard in times for brothers to tell the difference between the two, because they're both chilling in the same circles. And I can believe if we can see that that's good. Marcus Evans, salute to you, brother. I can believe that at times it's also the same for us brothers, that we've allowed too much interaction with not enough accountability. Like, we know how men get down, is that if you cross a certain line, like, you gonna have to, it doesn't matter how that rebuke comes, whether it's fisticuffs, whether it's a drape up, it doesn't matter what it is, there's gonna be some level of accountability. You're gonna have to answer to somebody. But I think where we sometimes we limit this now is to when it becomes a social thing or an emotional thing, where let's say, for example, I have a friend who dogged out um another girl, and that girl happens to be close to me. It's been said in times that before, that we guys will stick up for our boy even though we know he did wrong, and I can see where they're coming from. However, I've also relayed is those ladies don't know how men deal with things behind closed doors.
Mhm.
So just because I know he did something wrong, I'm not, the way I would embarrass him behind closed doors is not the way I'm going to embarrass him in the street.
Yeah, and that's a quick way to lose them too.
Right. Because now he's looking at me like, dude, you could have talked to me behind closed doors and literally draped me up, and I would have been fine, because you still allowed me to keep some part of my dignity, my integrity, or just, you didn't try to sun me out in public. Because the way we men look at that is like, okay, if you go ham to just put me on Front Street, even while we're in downtown, it's like, okay, you're trying to make yourself look better than me. And so
Mhm.
now you see the problem with that is like, with men, we've already looked 3, 4 layers deep into your character, where women would just focus on, I was wronged, and so he needs to have some type of equal punishment. And so because n- punishment hasn't happened as swiftly as they would like, I believe that it has brought into question our social integrity. And then that has bled over into our intimate integrity that would breathe room for having a marriage or having a relationship, even getting married. And so I think when women are saying, salute to Vaughn Bryant, peace and blessings and love to you, we call him the bishop. Thank you for being here tonight. We at QOC, we have much love for you and appreciate y'all for being here. Don't forget to hit the likes and the subscribes. There you go, chat bot. Thank you. That, I love technology sometimes, but yeah. If you don't mind, hit the like and subscribe and make sure you share. So I think that situation there, and those nuances of public rebuke versus private relationship, has kind of blurred the lines. And for the women, has made it seem like, okay, well, you didn't rebuke him in a way that is meaningful to me, so you must be just like him, or you must tolerate what he does on a regular basis. And I don't think that's necessarily fair. I really don't think that's fair, because again, with men, there's always a higher degree. As fast as a woman can cut you off, there's always a higher degree of um what happens between men behind closed doors, especially once we get angry. So men are very careful to deal with men to preserve not just myself, but the brother. Because what if today my anger is on 1,000 and he's only at 10? At that point, it doesn't matter who's the toughest guy. It doesn't matter how much self-defense you know. At that point, it's going to come down to, what we see in the news, and it's a lot of pew pew and a lot of punctuation. So we're trying to
Yeah,
avoid that on a massive level, and we're trying to avoid that especially where our women are concerned, because for many times before this, it has been situations where women have been the catalyst in certain degrees for men's anger. And so I think there's an aspect where women don't get it misconstrued. When we don't public rebuke to keep everybody safe, but we do deal with things behind closed doors as men. And I think that
mhm.
has to be acknowledged.
Absolutely, bro. I agree with that part. Now, you said something that stood out. Pretty much, there can be one great dude in a batch of bad dudes.
Yep.
And you say that's not fair. But why won't you? I mean, why is it not fair? Because I can see why some women can look and be like, okay, he gotta be like the rest because he's having a drink with him, or he's laughing, or he's playing basketball with him. And I completely get that. And I've seen, even including myself, and I've seen certain homies as well, certain women passed up on them because I'm like, yo, you hanging out with this crowd, you gotta be just like them, man. So why isn't that fair, man? Shouldn't the individual, the man, should he do better as far as like hanging out with a better crowd, or having himself stand out better? You know what, you see what I'm saying? Like if he stands out, he's like, okay, I'm not like my homeboy. I love him. This is my dog. I love my
Yeah.
homeboy to the left of me. He got some bad attributes, but that's still my boy. But as far as for me, you're gonna see good manners. You're gonna see me, hold the door open, walk someone to the car, that type of stuff like that, take care of children, or whatever the case. So should that man like stand out more?
Here's this is my opinion on it, and this is the only way I've been able to do this. And maybe because of the way I've grown over time, I've just seen this, that I've had to do this. If there is, at times when I've been around groups of individuals, right? And even when I've heard that something happened behind closed doors, the first thing I would do is make sure I get to a place where I can vet if this is concretely the way it happened. If that turns out to yes, then this is what I've learned with men, is before I show out in public, I have to show out to the brothers. Because here's the fact of the matter. We all might not be able to chill out socially, but I'm still gonna need you and you still gonna need me.
That's
And so
brotherhood.
I
Yeah.
can't be so quick to remove you because a piece of your character doesn't line up with a piece of my character, because I still have to govern me. And I think this is the thing that is difference between the sisterhood and the brotherhood. The brotherhood understands that we are still responsible for our character at all given times. And at no given time can I put my brothers in a position where they have to answer or be liable for my character. So if it gets to a place where
Mhm.
I discover that my brothers, their character on how they carry themselves is not good for my public private reputation, I've got to bring it to them first and say, hey, you're going to see me withdraw when it
Mm.
comes to certain areas. And I've done this. And one thing I learned it too late. I feel like I learned it too late because I did lose some friendships prior and some brotherships that I really felt like I could have kept and we could have been beneficial to each other. But because I didn't know how to enact upon this, I didn't know how to institute it at the time. But as I got older, and specifically, I was around about 27, okay? And I had to look at a brother, and this brother invited me. He's like, "Yo, dude, we can go and do this, and everything will be Gucci, and we gonna come back and we just gonna chill." And I had to look at him, and I literally said, "I was like, brother, I love you. I respect you. You've held me down when I didn't have nobody, and I've held you down in moments when people who you said that would hold you down didn't have your back. But
Mhm.
this is one piece of our journey that I can't walk through." And so much I had to look down the line into what he wanted me to do and say, "Dude, if this and this happens, you won't see me there. In fact, you can't see me there because it's going to put me in a position where I'm going to be shadow typed or cast type, and with this situation, I can't have that. So I'll do as even if you were to end up in a bad situation, I will help you as much as I possibly can, but I am going to be very transparent with you to let you know I can't do this." And because I handled that behind closed doors and before anything popped off, me and that brother had a deep respect for each other, and that deep respect stayed. Even though we ended up going our separate ways, that respect still stayed. And so I say all of that and to say is that, again, how we brothers handle certain things. Front Street is not meant for um the judge's chambers. You get what I'm saying? And ladies, you got to understand that when we're pulling up the brothers, when
Mhm.
we're rebuking each other, that's the judge's chambers. That's not Front Street. And I'll tell you the truth, there's only two things that a man could do that is counter distinctive to the characters. Hold on a minute, man. I'm just seeing the whole chat. Salute to everybody
Yeah,
in the
bro, they
building.
lighting it
Oh
up, man. They
my
doing it.
goodness. Let's back up a little bit. 12th Street. Salute to you, my sister. God bless you for being here tonight. Thank you for being in the building. Oh my goodness. There's an honorable mention. If anybody knows me, they know I'm about to go off. Hold on. Ole. Ole. Ole.
Real bad man.
Yeah. Real bad man. Bro, I kid you
I
not.
love it.
Again, shout out to 12th Street
Oh man,
Podcast, Sister Queen Victoria in the house. And
bro.
above all, the first time I've seen him on this side of the
Hmm.
space, I haven't seen him in a
Bro,
long time.
they
Brother
showing up.
Kasim, blessings to you, brother. Blessings to you. Thank you for being here in the building. And as we go along, again, tonight we're dealing with the topic damned if you do, damned if you don't. Is a man, what version of a man is good enough for our sisters to build with? So I conclude my point by saying this, and I land my plane that again, we brothers deal with things in a way with brothers that unless there's been a direct public violation, there's only two things that can get us to execute judgment publicly, and that is abuse to a woman and abuse to children.
Hmm.
Or if I could add a third one in there, self preservation against destructive emotions. As in,
Hmm.
you're about to spiral out on a woman, you're about to spiral out on a police, or I know this guy has a weapon on him. You need to fall back. And I would rather fight you than you go and deal with him. So, those are the three situations in which we will execute public rebuke and public judgment as men. And nowadays, we're even thinking twice before we do that because we want to know the reason why y'all are popping off at each other.
Hmm.
We want to know, why is man against man? Why is man against woman? And why is it so heated? And why was it so necessary for it to be happening in the public? And that can be misconstrued at times. And that's why I say it's not fair. because there still has to be grace. Even police, they don't deal with everything in the public. Yeah, I know they don't got the best reputation for objective viewpoint management in certain
Mhm.
situations. I get it, and I'm not saying that they're the best, but a lot of their paperwork, even if they're going to doctor it, they don't doctor it in the streets. They doctor it at the desk. So we got to understand that there's a way we got to deal with things. And this is one thing I will say for the sisterhood. The sisterhood, you guys could benefit from learning a thing or two from the brotherhood, because y'all will put everything out on Front Street and be completely wrong. And this is the thing that makes men not want to build with women long term, when they're just like, okay, you're wrong. You knew you were wrong, or you didn't know you were wrong. You found out you were wrong in the public, and you didn't even have the nerve to say sorry. You actually said, well, it
Mm.
doesn't matter because of this, this, and this, and this. And it's just like, nah.
Man, so it's the lack of emotional intelligence piece and the accountability all in one.
Yep.
So you're too emotional, you're reckless. Well, let me take that back. Reckless with your emotions, and then you follow it up. You don't have accountability at the end. Okay.
Yeah. And because the thing is like, if you're reckless, and I literally just learned this. Okay. The term is either tethered or untethered emotionally.
Mhm.
There are a lot of women, and ladies, y'all are in the chat, speak back to us. Okay. A lot of women have had their idea of what a relationship from either the poor man, the average man, or the high earning man can look like, because of untethered emotional states from any one of those versions of a man. Because and I'm not going to speak for all men that have, yes, perfect. Kasim, I'm coming to you, but I want to put this one up there first. This is why I call him the bishop. This is why he's the bishop. Von Bryant said, he that hath no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken and without walls. But let's finish the next part.
That's
He
word.
that can rule his spirit is likened unto him that can take down a city. Jeez. Both eyes, good teeth, and great breath. I can't. But like,
Oh man.
chocolate, we gonna come back to you. Kasim, give me Kasim said, if I had to choose the single most important quality, I'd say emotional maturity is the foundation everything else builds on. Yes,
That's good.
yes,
I agree
yes.
with that.
So this term, as it's been alluded to in the chat already, this term of tethered emotions or untethered emotions, now that I know it, I can explain it. But before we knew this term of tethered versus untethered, we depended on a woman to give the final report card of what his emotional stability at home is like. As they would say, how does the poor man or the average man handle times of financial adversity? And I've literally heard uh, social media influencers, as you mentioned earlier, say, oh, well, you don't want a poor man, because a poor man is a very mean man.
Mm.
They don't say it as, okay, he's frustrated because he knows he could possibly do more financially. He wants to do more financially. He has a yearning to do, and it's eating him up inside.
Well, to a degree, bro, wouldn't that be on us? Shouldn't we speak out on that? We talking about
But
emotional intelligence and emotional maturity. It's like, okay, you're frustrated because you're broke. You're full of depression because you're broke. But the thing is that you're lashing out against everybody else and you're not saying anything about it. And now you leaving the world to like kind of guess. It's like, what's going on with this dude? Why is he? But you broke. And I've been there before myself. I was
mm,
depressed and pissed off, not because of, whatever other reason. I'm like, I need some money in my pocket. I'm poor right now. So wouldn't that be up to the man to be like expressing, I'm like, yo, I need to eat. I need another job. I need higher income. So to a degree, wouldn't that be on us? That will fall on him.
100%. So 100%, and I agree with you. So and 12th Street just said basically the same thing. Absolutely, but at the same point, you have to take accountability. We do have these preconceived notions, but I can say for me, I had to accept truth and take accountability for my part, and that is big. So here's the thing now. Let's we've identified the nucleus of a problem. And this can fit into all three categories. Well, maybe not so much the aspect of being broke for the high earner.
Yeah.
But it could, because if he's done everything at one job for so long and then that job falls out and he's gone back down to the middle of the pack, a lot of his life and the style is going to be affected.
Mhm.
So now, if we look now, right, and it is to take accountability. Now, here's the other side of the question that any one of these three men are asking. And you know what? I'll actually flip it. This just came to my mind. I'll throw this question to you, Chris. Should a man expect a safe place from a woman when emotional situations when financial situations have changed and they are now impacting and eroding the emotional comfort? Should he pull himself by the bootstraps and say, "Hey, babe, there's an emotional situation going on, and it's a storm, and I know it's pissing me off, but I'm gonna do my best to love you the best I can, but I got to get on the road, and until one job with that is going to bring in high six figures or whatever it is brings us through, I have got to literally get on the road with these next other 2 or 3 jobs."
It's a tough question.
Should he? Right?
It's an easy one because yeah, but it's still tough. But go ahead.
Yeah. No. I'll try to give you a little bit more like protein to build this meal with, but like,
Yeah,
because the thing is like, look at the words I'm using. Should a man expect
yeah,
an emotional safe place for a financial straight? And the real talk, the only two options are you either well, you have to keep a job. So it doesn't matter if you got to go to concrete, garbage
right,
pickup,
right,
and
right.
and
You gotta
you
do
know,
something.
overnight, 16 hours. It doesn't matter what it is, you got to do something. Okay. So you're doing something, you find an immediate replacement for, let's say, even half of the income you were making before. And I'm literally pinning this as somebody who is six figures, they've had to dumb down
Hmm.
because of situations on the job. It doesn't matter what it is. So now there is immediately half of what the income I used to get in. I'm gonna pick up another job to at least get us to 75 or 80% of what I used to make. And it doesn't afford us the same lifestyle, but we're still pretty good. Within that change, should there not be grace and an emotional safe place based on the fact that the woman did not have to wait too long. The kids didn't have to wait too long for dad to come and at least replace 75 to 80% of the income that he lost.
And see, that's my thing. This is his woman. Like this is his family. So I'm like, yeah, he should expect a safe space. He should expect grace at the end of the day. Like if he's been building since day one and his track record is, pretty darn good, he should expect that. I mean, I don't care what's going on. If you committed to one another, it should be an expectation there. That emotional support that you were speaking of, that should be a given, bro. That grace, that should be a given. And that's why I say this is tough, because at the same time, although it should be an expectation, you can't be mad at your woman when you're not measuring up at the same time. You feel me? Now, don't get it
Mm,
twisted. Let's say you ain't bringing. Let's say a week has gone by and you ain't, none of your numbers are hidden. That should not be a given for a woman to be like, you know what? I want to divorce you. I'm out. you know, whatever the case may be. No, no, ma'am, no, sir. But man, if 3, 4, 5, 6 months has gone by and you're not producing, bro, you can't be mad at your woman for feeling some type of way. Because as men, as leaders, bro, it just comes with the territory, the accountability piece, providing, getting out here hunting and making something move and shake. I feel like, I know some cats, they don't like the term, but I feel like every man has a hustlement. That spirit of hustler is in him. He just have to awaken it. Bro, it's money to be made out here. You can find a way with it. Bro, in 2025, it's so much money to be made. You just need to get out here and move and shake and operate in it. But no, it should be an expectation there. But that grace do eventually, it runs out, man, when you're not measuring up. And it's the harsh truth. That's why I say it's a tough question, but it's an easy one. Expectation, yeah, you should expect some love, some grace, and some time. But at the same time, you can't let too much time go by.
Mm, mm. I like that you said that, my friend, my brother. I like that you said that. And you know what? Um, I want to put this comment up by Kasim right quick. He said, "No, I wouldn't expect it. It's only valid when it's 100% again."
Mm,
And you see, this is where sometimes to a brother that might be undeveloped. I don't want to say immature, but I want to say undeveloped. All right. A brother that might be undeveloped in being able to keep his emotions tethered amidst financial straits, right? And we didn't pick on them, but and I didn't throw them out there, but I want everybody to look at or think of some of these nuances, because day by day there are little things that are happening around the house, little things that are said around the house, little things, little aspects of attitudes at different times that are given from both men and women, and those energies even clash in the atmosphere that make the home uncomfortable when it comes to being able to deal with this. And so I know we're not dealing with the whole topic individually, but or collectively right now, but we're picking on the nuances that kind of bleed into this damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because I remember the first time I saw a clip and it said, yeah, like a poor man or an average man is a mean man. And I actually had to ask myself, like, like like I said, I'm middle of the pack right now up here in Canada. You know what I mean? I'm gunning for the rest of it. And things are kicking in, but I'm just sitting there and I'm like, yo, has there been, like, there's been times, bro, I tell you the truth, when wifey was like, oh, let's go do this, let's go do that. And I'm just like, I look at her and be like, yo, look at the account. And she'd be like, yo, not everything's gotta be costing money and da 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 da. And I'm just like,
yeah,
I'm looking at her like, what do you mean it don't cost money? If we drive to get where we're going and go there for free, we are still
yeah.
paying money for gas. What are you
That's funny,
telling me
bro.
right now? And
That's
I'm
funny.
just
It
like,
sounds like my lady. My wife the same way. Yeah.
and I'm sitting there and it's just like, there's times like after everybody goes to bed at night and I'm sitting there and I'm like, yo, she's not wrong though. Like,
Mhm.
I might be saying, okay, yeah, like there's gas to put down, but like, how much gas is it really? Is it
Right.
$20? Is it $10? Or is it like, are we filling the tank? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Hmm.
what are we
For
talking
the
about?
most
For me
part,
to get from,
you probably burn like $2 or $3 worth of gas going to the park.
you get what I'm saying? But because
Yeah.
of where my mind is at, and this is what we talk about when we talk about untethered emotions, this is where it stems from, right? And so, like, for the brothers that are gonna watch this, whether it's now or on the playback, it's just, I think for you to get out of the place of feeling like you're damned if you do, damned if you don't, is you got to systematically approach the things within you first internally that can become unglued, or they can break apart as you're trying to navigate your house, and you're trying to be a leader, but you're also trying to be supportive, work with your wife, you're trying to make sure you support her visions and stuff like that. And the way we're presenting this to you all now is, okay, take a stock of where you are and hold yourself accountable to be like, hey babe, I'm waving the white flag right now, I'm not tapping out, it's a slowdown. It's like a little pit stop. You know what I mean? We on the Daytona 500, but I got a pit stop right now. I need to change my tires. The tread on my tires is gone. I got to gas up. I got bugs on the window. You know I can run this race, but I'm a little shaky right now because some of these different parts are a little out of order. And so we as men, we do gotta make sure that we are holding ourselves accountable, to make sure that, okay, we're checking where we are and we're being honest with where we are and where we're not.
Mhm.
Because
Mhm.
a lot of us, we carry ourselves in a way where our wife just believes, okay, or like he got it, he don't never like. And I've heard this said, and I'm not saying it should be an excuse for anybody to be unaware of where their spouse is emotionally or mentally. But if you give somebody a picture and it's always clean and clear and well drawn, and they just gonna expect that every time. They don't know how to
Mhm.
expect, because you've never allowed them to see anything different. You never allowed them to see the canvas when it was
That's good.
empty or ripped, or when you didn't have the right paintbrush. They just saw the final product and they were like, dang, you good. I would have never done that. I could have never done that. And you like, yeah, yeah, I know. But really inside you wiping sweat off you. You about to go sit in the shower for like 4 hours because you're like, I don't know how I pulled that off. And I hope I don't have to duplicate it again, because I don't know if I have the same energy or mental strength to pull
See,
on
that's
that.
good. That's good. That's good. And that's why I'm so huge on men just being transparent. When I tell brothers like, yo, just speak up. That's what I'm talking about. Because don't get me wrong, because we got these big broad shoulders for a reason, because we are Superman. We are the superheroes to our families. But at the exact same time, we do need to present to our peoples, we need to present to the world is like, listen, this wasn't an easy fix. I bled out some blood. I sweated. Some tears fell. Broke my back, my leg. You got to present this to the world and be transparent and let them know. Like, listen, this was a struggle.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, it's like people are going to see that and they're going to think, okay, he doesn't need my help. He's good. He doesn't need any emotional support, no physical support. And when you continue to present that, that's what you're going to get. And when you look up and you're like, why ain't nobody helping? But fam, you really didn't present an opportunity for your wife, your kids, your community to come in and assist and help you out. So yes, bro, that's good stuff right there, man. That was good.
Brother, I want to pull this up. Um, and then I want to share. I'm not gonna play the video that you sent, because I want to save that for part two.
Yeah,
Because
we
I
got to
think
run it
that's
back.
actually where we might get a close on. But I want to share this right quick. Yo, Chris, say something again.
I said we got to run it back. You still there?
Yo, oh my
Okay, what happened?
goodness. All
You
right,
can hear
hold
me?
on, hold on, hold
Yeah,
on.
we
If the
good.
chat can hear us, that's all that matters right now. We'll
Yeah,
deal
yeah,
with
yeah,
that
yeah, we
when
good.
we come back.
Yeah.
All right, now, chat, I want you to know I can't hear my brother. Okay, I cannot hear my brother right now. And I don't know if my brother can hear me. Give me 1 second. Yo, I'm telling y'all, I
It's all good.
dislike
It's all good.
StreamYard.
Yeah. That joint cutting up for sure. That's why I said part
And
two.
you
Yeah,
see,
we
I can
do.
see his bars moving. I can
Yeah,
see the meter moving, and I can't hear him.
it's all good.
I'm
As
so
long as the
glad I
chat can
got.
hear it,
Yeah,
it's
hey,
straight.
give me one
Yeah.
second.
I love my brother. So y'all, yeah, we're gonna run it back, man. We're gonna have a part two. These tech issues is jacking some stuff up, but we are still rolling. But my brother, he got it up. LeBron carries his 10-year-old daughter and gets um flamed online for it. She too big for all of that. And this is one of the things that kind of sparked this damned if you do, damned if you do, damned if you don't when it comes to the black man, because bro, it's
Right.
like, hey, welcome back, bro. Can you hear me? You good?
I got you. I got you, my
All right,
G.
cool. Yeah, bro. I was telling the people, man, I'm like, this is one of the things that sparked this topic, because we're looking and look, we're like, here we go. Here go LeBron James carrying around his daughter, and he's getting flamed he's getting trash talk saying, yo, she's too big for all that. Why are you carrying this daughter? Why are you carrying this big old girl around, or whatever the case? And I'm thinking, bro, and I'm like, you know, kudos to LeBron for being a great father. But I'm sitting back, bro, and I'm thinking, and I'm like, I see so many other men like that in that same position. And I'm like, here go a black man that's demonstrating fatherhood out in the open. And I'm like, y'all got an issue with that? And what overcooked my grits, bro, was that, and I love my sisters, man, but it was mostly women that was dogging them out. And I'm like, why y'all upset? I'm like, ain't this what you guys wanted to see? And I'm like, bro, damned if you do, damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like, come on, man, what's going on, man? But
And
nah, that was one of the things that sparked this conversation, bro.
yep, and that was, you know what the funny thing is, when we just started the topic, it was funny that you brought it up because I was thinking about it, and then you were like, "Yo, we gotta talk about this part." And you know what the thing is um again, if anybody out there doesn't know, I'm a stepfather, um, but I have my son, and you know the thing is being a guy who's, I'm above 6 foot, I'm 6'2", right? My son is 4 years old. I think he's up to my waist now, or just a little bit below that. So he's gonna have some height on him, right? Because at 4 years old, he's like, again, take this in. At 4 years old, he's just
Yeah.
below my waist. So, but do you know, real talk, dude? I still carry that man like he's like a couple, like I wouldn't say a couple months, but I still carry him easily. And he ain't light, like he ain't heavy, like he a good solid 40 pounds.
Yeah.
Because he likes to do what kids do and not eat dinner when he's ready to, and eat down the place right before bed. But I still, the way I look at him, the way I pick him up and put him in the air, like I don't feel no weight to him. I still pick him up and toss him in the air like he's a baby. I still literally hold him in one arm like he's a baby. And there's times when trust me, like I'm tired, my back might hurt or whatever, and we're coming down the stairs, and he's like, "Daddy, I don't want to walk," and I pick him up and I hold him. And my wife says, you know, "Oh, you're a big kid, you know, like he's a big kid, you know, let him walk. You crazy, like why are you doing that?" And I don't say it in the moment, but I think it in the moment every time, and I'm like, I wish she knew how good this felt from my position, because I never had a father to pick me up when I didn't want to walk down the stairs. I'm not like, again, you know, I'm not, I can't look at my mom and say, "Mom, pick me up at 4." She's like, "Dude, you crazy? You got 2 legs and a heartbeat. Walk it." I can't look at. I could look at Grandpa, but Grandpa was too old.
Yeah.
So the one person that I could do it to, you know, I get piggybacks from him, but he can't. He's not gonna be picking me up, holding me in his arm. Like he got arthritis in one shoulder, he's bad back. Like that's us falling down together. And then Grandma's not doing that. Grandma will hug me.
Right.
You know, be on the couch. She gonna cuddle me and nurture me and rock me back and forth as big as I get. But she's not picking me up.
Yeah. Man, your mic went out, brother. Yo, you
Anyways,
correct.
yeah,
There you go.
nah,
You
I'm
good.
there. Yeah, nah, I got
Yeah.
it. I got it. I got it. I'm pretty sure I know what it is, but I got it. Um, yeah, like it's one of those things, brother, where when my son says I don't want to walk, I say thank you for being honest, because it lets me know at what level I can meet him to love him. And I know my wife doesn't deliberately have an issue with it. She's just trying to make sure that I'm not allowing him to become super lazy, and that mentally he reverts back to a child at times when he should be walking up as a young boy and growing up into a young man. So I get it, but I still have to allow him to know that he's young enough that he can call his dad and say, "Daddy, I don't want to walk." And so when I look at LeBron James and I look at that picture, and people are like, "Oh, she's too old for that." Nah, you're looking at her based on not her age. Because I'm pretty sure most of the people who commented on that, they didn't know his daughter's age.
Right.
They looked at how long she was, and especially from the angle that the picture was taken.
Right.
I
Right.
looked at it twice when you sent it. I'm like, I don't know. I kind of agree with them. Like, she kind of big. Like, LeBron's 6'9". Let's
Yeah.
not get this twisted. LeBron 6'9", and her legs were just boom, tree trunking down. And I'm like,
Hmm.
nah, she could very well be a lanky kid. The camera art could have been very well down here and taking the picture upward. Um, that girl's still 8. That girl's still 7. And to her dad is a giant. She don't care nothing about, you see, this is the thing where we talk about social media influencers. I'm glad you brought this up. Some of us as influencers and content creators, we have to be very careful with our opinions.
I agree.
And we have to put the disclaimer out there that this is my personal opinion, these are my personal feelings, these aren't rooted in statistics, data, and facts, because we have literally taken our person, somebody put out there, a group of people, including women, put out their personal opinion out there. For what? Do
Right.
we actually know the statistics on how many kids right now don't have a father, whether it's because he died, he's in jail, or he just never was there, whether him and mom had a fight, whether he didn't want to be a father, whether she didn't see him fit to be a father and didn't want him around? We don't know the actual real time stats right now of how many children are in America and Canada without a father to pick them up. And if we can be real, because this is a real safe space for men, so I'm gonna put my foot forward to do this first. And I know Chris has done it, but brother, I'm taking this time. Some of y'all just don't know, okay? Some of y'all really don't get it from a child's perspective, what it means to sit there and really want your dad to hug you, to
That's
pat
it.
you on the back, to
See,
rub
that's it.
your head, to
Yep.
sit there and say, if you
Yep.
failed, but it's okay. It's not
Yep.
the end of the world. Some of us men have had real marriage issues and would love to be able to turn to a father that can guide us through and help us bring us through and help to level out our emotions and where we are right now. And we're sitting here and we're trying to make it, and you wonder why we're so emotionally untethered or why we seem like we can't make it. And the fact of the matter is we are still hurting. Even though we're pressing on every day, we are still messed up inside because we didn't have a father. And I get it, the world doesn't owe us a bag of understanding for the fact that we didn't have a father, but there should be some grace that I am holding it together and I don't have a blueprint and I don't have a manual, and I'm piecing this together every single day of my life, because LeBron James could have been like Future.
Yeah. Then what we gonna say then?
Right? There's regular guys that I know that have
Mm.
literally said, I'm going to knock her up just so she will never be able to get rid of me. What if LeBron James was like that to Savannah James? What if Bronny, Bryce, and his daughter had never known their dad outside of seeing him on a cover of a magazine, because he's never been there to pick them up, never been there to sign a jersey for them and say, yo, frame this, because when I'm dead and gone, you'll be able to cash this out. I need us to think for one flipping minute and understand the child's point of view and not your own messed up point of view based on what you encounter on your news feed, in your little TikTok or in your Facebook or your Instagram. Get your head out of the social media and think about how that little girl feels. Does she look like she's traumatized? Does she look like she's scared? Nah, that looks like a proud daughter to me.
Hmm.
And as somebody who's dated multiple single women, single mothers before, who's married to a single mother, well, she's not a single mother no more, but she was when I met her. At the end of the day, guess what? When those children find out that there's a man out there that doesn't have to love me, but he loves me, if you can see the joy on their face.
Oh, bro.
My ex-girlfriend's sons till this day still look at me and revere me, that if I tell them to pick up their pants, pull down their face, clean the snot out of the nose, guess what they're going to say to me? Yes, sir.
Hmm.
They see me, they smile. I see them, I smile. We hug as if we never missed a beat because it's not about me and their mother and what didn't work out. It's about the fact that they know at no matter what stage of their life that they're at, I am directly invested and interested in the fact that they need to be better than I've ever become. How much more is that going to be when it's my kids? So for anybody who's on LeBron James for being a father, kick rocks. I don't care if you don't like how he is. I don't care if you don't like how self-centered he is on the basketball court. Yes, that's who he is, but that is not the mark of who he is as a father. You need to understand that. I land my plane. I'm sorry, bro.
No. That was good because it needed to be it needed to be said, bro. And I know you brought up the scenario of you carrying around your son multiple times. But who's to say LeBron James, bro? Who's to say LeBron James don't need? I don't think LeBron even carries his baby girl around like that all the time. He don't have the
No,
time for it. That was a
he
moment of
doesn't.
endearment. Yeah, bro. That was a moment of endearment, bro. And seeing an image like that, bro, we should be applauding. I'm like, yo, that's what's up. But not just LeBron James. That's a small part. I know men who are like that every single day, man. And it's the exact same thing. It's like, yo, what are you doing carrying around that big old boy or that big old girl? They should be walking. But this is my kid. This is my flesh and blood. I know what it's like to be raped. There are so many men out here, they didn't have those father figures. And because they didn't have those father figures, they're like, I want to be that father figure. So I'm like, let me put my best foot forward. Let me love. Bro, I know men who are in their 50s and 60s, they still love and hug on their sons and daughters who are grown. They're grown right now. They got kids of their own. I'm like, we're so far removed from what real love looks like, what real parenthood looks like, bro. It's ridiculous, man. So shout out to all the phenomenal fathers out there that's making it happen, that's making it move and shake. And y'all don't give a damn what nobody got to say. You're going to love your kids and you're going to love them how you want to love them, how they should be loved. And we salute it. We appreciate it, bruh. Everything you said, man, I echo real talk because I'm like, this has been something that has hindered our community for so long, the fatherhood piece. And now that we see fathers, we see black men stepping up and being fathers, you feel me? They're there. And now y'all got an issue with it. This is what we're saying, damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because it's like, what do y'all want from us? But it's all to the good. We do got a part 2 coming up. I hate the fact that the technology was cutting up, but
Yep.
everything happens for a reason. So part 2, yo, we gonna make some stuff move and shake, man. But yo, salutes to everybody that's out there that's rocking with us, man. We love y'all for real, for real.
Yeah, I don't even know if I want to say anything. Yo, I'm not even gonna lie, internet, you got me messed up. You got me
Because
messed
you
up,
feel it,
yo.
bro. You feel it. You feel it's a weight and it's a frustration. And it's a frustration that I may not be going through it at this very moment, but I know my brother's going through it. He feels it because he's a black man and he gets it. I get it. So it's a frustration and a weight that I don't even think we'll be able to shake. It's one of the things you got to get. It's one of the things you got to take to God, bro.
Man, I'll close it like this. Every day when I'm on my way home from work and I get through Toronto's version of Grand Central Station,
Mhm.
I want y'all to be able to picture it. So I got to give you
Yeah,
something y'all can.
you straight, bro.
There's a lady. I'm pretty sure she's migrated here from a different country, but there's a lady. She always is sitting on the ground. I know she has somewhere to stay and at least clean her clothes. I know that much. But there was times when she'd have her sign, please spare change for money or spare change for food and whatnot. And I had to check myself. oh, this was a couple months back. I had to really check myself because I found myself internally on some yo, why did you come to this country to just be sitting on the ground? And I don't know this lady's story. I never talked to her a day in my life. And one day I was passing her and I just felt this. I didn't hear it. So I can't say it's the Lord that spoke to me. But the Bible does say the Spirit will bring all things back to your remembrance.
Hmm.
And as I was getting ready to walk past her, I just felt this sinking, and I could just hear in the depths of my mind, just because you didn't have a sign, don't forget when that was you. And I
Mm.
tried to talk myself out of it. I was trying to sit there. I'd be like, nah,
Hmm.
I had a job. I was going just because I didn't have a place to nah, just because I didn't have a place to live and da 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 da. And as I'm sitting there thinking about it, and I'm like, I wasn't holding a physical sign.
Yeah.
I was holding an emotional sign.
Yeah.
And that at that point, I stopped and I gave her what I could. And I quickly walked away, not because I didn't want to hear her say thanks or I didn't want anybody to see me giving her any money or anything like that. But a real humbling came back over me and reminded me at that point is that I need to remember at any given time, no matter which point I make it in life, that I am not any better off than anybody else. And I must remember that my blessings should be able to bless somebody else. And that's where I'll end. I'll end my piece. I'll end my plane there.
Now,
Everybody, make
that's
sure
good.
your blessings can bless
That's good.
somebody else.
I like that, bro. Now, what I hear, bro, is that, and this is for all of us. Nobody is better than you, and you're not better than nobody else. We
Mhm.
got to remain humble and grateful at all times, man. All times, man. You're not better than the next person. The next person isn't better than you. You just be the best
Facts.
version of yourself. You just do you. Remain humble. Remain grateful. Like you said, bro. And there's a lot of people out here. We're some people. You're one paycheck away from being in that same position. Remain
Mhm.
grateful. But bro, that was a good word you dropped. I like that. Y'all stay tuned for part 2. We come ready. We might run
Yes.
this back next week, man.
No, no, no.
I don't
We
want to
gonna
wait
have
too.
to. We
Yeah,
gonna
I don't
have
want to
to.
wait too long. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we gonna chop it up in the back, and well, I'll message you in the group chat. But yeah, we gonna have to prepare for next week too, because I think we can still do an expansion. And you know what? We can talk about this, but I feel like there's something for the ladies in this too, in this aspect of damned if you do, damned if you don't, because we don't want to
It
leave them
is.
out.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
got to hear from the sisters for sure. We got to
yeah,
bring one. We
definitely.
got to bring one or two of them on.
Oh, but hey, bro. I mean, if the
Who is
girls,
this? I never
if
met Chocolate
between,
Earth. We might. Yeah, man.
oh,
We might
yo,
have to
she
bring.
fire, she
We might have
fire.
to bring.
She
We might have to bring Chocolate
okay.
Earth on.
Chocolate, you hear that? Wherever you at, chocolate. Even Victoria, 12th Street. If y'all is free, we sending out. There was and then Petty Red. She was in Doctor
Yeah,
Quantum. They
yeah,
was there tonight,
yeah,
so
yeah, yeah. I
y'all
see
expect a
Petty Red.
message
I
from.
see sis.
Yeah,
Yeah,
expect a message from me. You heard the brother. He's sending out the invitation. It's a meet and greet, and we get to break bread with y'all. So be ready for the invitation. As we all do, and at this time, we gonna call it there for tonight. Thank you for rocking out with us. I am Conrad. This
hey,
is my brother,
Coach
Coach
Chris.
Chris. Yes, yes, yes. We are the hosts of the A Bro Show here on the QOC Network, and we thank you for rocking out with us. Be sure to make sure that you like and subscribe to the network because we first want to start with that virtual currency. And look, peoples, we weren't told to do this, but we gonna do this right now. I believe QOC Network is 5 members away 5 subscribers away from
Mm.
hitting that 200, that first 200. And as somebody who we got another show on another space, trust me, when you cross over that first 100, 200, 300 subs, hey, it don't mean nothing to YouTube because they ain't paying us for it, but it means something to us. So if I could get 5 people, I just need 5 people. 5 people. Head over to YouTube, www.youtube.com/@QOC Network. Drive that 500 through so we can get out, and we will make sure, I'm promising you, we will make sure to, when we say thank you, when that 200 subscriber thanks goes out, yeah, we definitely, especially for the Abel show, we gonna salute that and party for that for all of
Mm.
about a couple minutes on the next show. So
Yeah, for
definitely
sure.
make sure you do that. If you have any questions, any videos you want us to review for the next show, definitely you can email the links to QOC Network at gmail.com. Almost forgot the email. uh, otherwise, from that, we out. Subscribe. The ladies is going to be tackling tomorrow night with the
Mhm.
womanhood. They're going to be talking about the soft girl era. Make sure you tap in with them, and make sure you get the chat popping as early as possible. We are saying goodnight from the East Coast. We got Boston in the building. We got Toronto in the building. Chris, much love to you, brother. Go and
Hey man,
rest
love you,
up.
brother. You already
Love you
know,
too,
sir.
man.
Yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna run it back next week, bro. Let's get it.
That's what's up. That's
My
what's
man.
up. All right. Salute. Peace and love to everybody.
Peace.